And welcome back to Career Build Series, episode 206. And so we're going to continue working on the large seaplane in this video. This is a pain, I know. So what I need to do is, I think this is going to work because that was actually really floating pretty nicely with full of water. So right now what I need to do is I need to take a toggle. I'm just going to stick it in the floor up top. And we're going to do default on. So click on this, do default state on, and what I need to do is I need to go to my seal here. I didn't lock my seal, and so that caused that whole section to flood. And while I'm here, again, I want to do as much work where I'm at. So let's go ahead and let's do this too. Let's add an extra throttle here, and I'm gonna unlimit this. So that's good. That's unlimited already. Let's go ahead from here, and I want to go to the two hinges. I actually want to take this seal that I just put in there and we'll move it. I don't want to have to fly up and down, up and down. And let's stick this there. Nice. All right, and so that will now hopefully, so let's test this out really quick while we're here. So I'm going to open up my clamshells. All right, so clamshell doors are open. This is a little bit of a problem. I can fix that. I can actually it's not. They're not in the way. Let me make sure this is sealed. Again, I don't want to go out and have an issue with this. So where is door panel edge? I want the seal. So I should be able to see the seal on the bottom. Okay, I should be. There we go. Door frame edge. Where's the seal? Door frame edge. Okay, it must be this door frame edge. Oh, come on. Give me door frame edge. Door frame edge. Okay. Let's go ahead and open this up. So I'm going to try to open it with that sealed. It shouldn't let me. As you can see, it's fighting me. Unseal it. Now it opens. Okay, so now it's unsealed. Okay. Why? Okay, so this is rubbing there. That's fine. I can cut those out. Again, these are the types of things I want to find out early. Make sure we're still not interacting with my propellers. These doors are not going to open up with the propellers are spinning anyways, but as you see, they won't hit. And then I'll have to work in there to make that a little bit more pretty. Might still connect these lips here to, okay, there it went. And then that will be able to come out, hopefully. And so what I'll do is I will have the crane push this out, and then I might do something where there's something on the door. We'll do some tracks on the door, and I'll figure out a way to do this, make this work right. And then my ramp is going to be, so this section here we already know is going to be flooded with water, or floodable with water. Trying to think if there's a way to do this. There may be a way to do this. Let me try to re-engineer this a little bit. It'll be a nightmare, what I was originally thinking, so I don't think I'm going to do that. But what I'll do here is these here. So I want to come in here and cut this, and then I want to go, well, I don't know, there or there. Let's go, let's try here. Maybe I don't need that much. I'm overdoing it. It was barely touching it because it eventually stopped touching it. So let me go here. And so I will cut these like this. Okay, I have to undo all that because they're asymmetrical, so I'm already screwing them up. So let me undo all that. We'll do them a little bit more meticulously. So it's probably hitting one side. It's probably hitting just this left side, I'm thinking. I bet it's just hitting this left side. So let's cut this and cut this. And then we'll go like that. because this side is longer. I didn't mean to do it that way. I meant to do it the other way. There. All right. Let's go ahead and spawn this. So even more asymmetry, but not a big deal. All right, so let's swing these clams. Let's go ahead and unseal. Let's raise that up. Okay, it's still hitting. This side, it is still hitting as well. So that one needs more. So let's go. The other option is do a side. Let me, the other thing I want to check is, let me try this. I don't want to redo this nose completely, but the other thing, nah, that's going to be a nightmare. I was going to try to do a top lift, but that would absolutely be brutal. Let's try this. I'm not going to do a clamshell, and I'll tell you why. I know I just did all this work. I know it's a pain. Let's do this. I think it's good to play with this and kind of deal with it. So let's go back to the, where are we at here? Okay, this is no clamshell. So let's go ahead and let me, before I screw this all up and hate myself. All right, let's save this. Let's save this as large seaplane clamshells. All right. If I didn't save this, I would have regretted it. All right, so let's go back to this one. This is before we did anything. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to merge my engines here so they don't fall out. And so this is the other option. I think it's going to be more elegant. I think it's going to work a little bit better for me. And so the nose here doesn't have much going on. I'm trying to find where I need to be here. So right there. So let's cut a hole in the wall to tell me where I'm at. Perfect. Perfection. Okay. So there. So I need to cut out here. Let's measure this. So we'll do Pinkham's. I think it's here. Let me cut the wall again, see where I'm at. That's it. Okay, good. So this is going to be more, in engineering, simple is safe. The more complicated you make something, the more likely something will fail. 13, beautiful. I think a container is 11. Ah, life is good. Life is good. I really like it when you don't intend for something to work well and it does work well. That is beautiful. All right, so let's do this. Let us do this. This is going to be much simpler, again, from an engineering perspective, simple to safe. The issue is the bottom here. I'm already starting to see a problem. So this bottom here is very tight. But it's not a problem. Is it a problem? I can come back more. We'll pivot here. That's fine. I can make this work for me. The issue is this this area in here. So I'm trying to think if I want to make this less a little bit more abrupt join here. Let me try that, see if I absolutely hate it. Symmetry is on. I may hate this, I may not hate it. It's a bunch of sculpting, but again, I like to do this warts and all, showing you my problems, showing you the issues. I think it adds value to seeing that there are struggles for everyone. So that is my split's going to be there. Let's cut in even more, maybe. So maybe square this out even more. Let's see what I could do here. I think the best way to do this, let's try a pyramid. I'm going to see if this is possible. It might not be possible what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to square the back end a little bit earlier. Yeah, how to do. Let's undo all that. Just try to see if I can't keep the shape here. So my goal is this. So anyways, I need, no, so right here is where I run into an issue. I need this wide. So right here, so let me just paint that so I know where I'm at here. So this here is my 11 wide section. So anything in this needs to be able to get the hell out of the way. So I could clam this, just this section here. I can raise that there. So this is, don't want these to be sealed there yet. You're killing me here. Okay. And then that's there. So this has to go down like that, and then there, and then just need to step these out. Okay. All right, and so I need this nose. This nose is going to raise up. It's going to come up here, but I need width. So I think I'm going to articulate it here, but also take this section here. So let's grab, okay. Okay, let's go down. Again, it's a lot of conceptualization in my head, so I can't really show it to you until I show it to you, you know? Then that's fine. I'm going to cut that floor out and put it back, but all right, let's go on to the other side. The other side needs to be one wider because it takes the extra section. All right, and then this floor here is the floor of my cockpit. You can see where I've cut, so I need to reinstall that essentially. So this is going to be, let me see where I'm at here. What I can do is delete out the colored sections there, which will actually be probably a little bit easier, and then I'll fix it later. So that's this piece. So that's where I need to end this here. Okay. And then this here is just going to get pinky blocks to be replaced. All right. So this section here is going to add to there. Oh, you're killing me here. All right. Now let's go ahead and I kind of want to make this neat. You see this sometimes with the way these articulate. It's kind of interesting. Where do I want to do it? Right here, I think. Articulate it here. I'm trying to see how I have to do this to get this to work right, because that seals it. Yeah, again, a lot of talking to myself trying to get this figured out. Just from figure the angles of this, how this is going to work. What are you? You are there. Okay. So I was trying to figure out how to bring this nose out. It's going to be it's complicated. It's going to be pretty complicated here. So let's start a little simple and then I'll complicate it later. Right. Merge this. So I'm going to try tipping the whole nose. This was actually kind of what I was hoping for in the beginning of how I would do this. So let's check this and see what I can do. Okay, so this is going to be that. So let's get rid of this relay. This relay is just, that will come into play later, and it's currently just in the way. And I'm trying to get this nose bent, and then we'll finish up after that. So I might, that's going to be an issue. So I'm curious if I can cut it around this nose. Might add the nose back in. See, that's flat there. No, I can't really go there. A lot of talking to myself, I know. I'm just trying to figure out the angles here. This probably has to stay, but I can't get past that. I'm trying to think where I have to pivot this from. Again, I'm thinking, the mechanics, and the mechanics are tough here on this. So, trying to figure out the mechanics of this. All right. So I have to figure out the mechanics right here. Let me cut out some of this crap in the roof here. Okay. I added extra pieces in the roof here that I'm going to cut out, and then, yep, not all that. All right, and so let's look at these color-wise. So that's that. It needs to go out and up. So let's try, what's this? What's that? Okay, that's what I thought it was. All right, let's go pivots. It's got to be smaller pivots. Small pivots should be fine. Famous last words, I know. So they need to go up and out. So that will bring it in. I thought a lot of this is just me trying to understand how this has to articulate. So let's do it quick and dirty, and I will, see this, if these pivot, that's going to cause this top here to crush into the ear. I need to have it push out and up. And so what I could do is just add more pivots and do it articulable. I think that's what I'm going to do here. It's a little bit more complicated, but it will work. And so at the end of the day, the most important thing for me is this needs to work. So this needs to be opposite, okay? And this will go, so again, this is just a lot of geometry in my head trying to figure this sucker out. And then once I get the geometry kind of done, once I get the geometry kind of figured out, we'll be good here. So, okay. And then that's there, that's there. Okay, let's try this. This is going to be a little hairy. This is going to take work for me to get this to function appropriately. So, I'm just kind of face this the direction it's going. Also, another thing I like to do is turn the sensitivity down. When you're moving a big object, you just shake everything around and cause all sorts of physics issues. If you do it nice and slowly, it tends to work a little bit better, and you can also make incremental controls. So we'll go down to like 15%. We'll go to 1. We'll spawn it. All right. So that whole nose I need to bend out. Okay, so see it's hitting. That's what I'm expecting. So I need these to tip it down. All right, so I'm gonna do this. Let's go in here. And I'm gonna add a second one. And that is gonna control the bottom ones for now. And I'll come up with a formula later if I need to. So let's make sure I actually put these turn in the correct direction as well. So this should tip this down. That's tipping it the wrong way. So we might be able to do this with 1. I just have to orient these the other way. So that's ideally how you want to do it, is the pivots work in opposition to each other. So cut that. We'll flip them this way. Okay. Cut this one. I just hit the wrong key. There we go. All right. Let's, I'm trying to figure this up upside down as well, so makes it a little bit more challenging. So let's see if I can hook this up. They should work from one throttle fine. I've done these types of multi-bending apparati before, and they work from one. There we go. Look at that. Yeah. Little bit of hitching, but it's not anything I can't fix. So where are you hitting now? You're hitting here. Okay. So it's hitting on those spikes. Those spikes need to be made part of it. Okay, that's fine. So we'll finish up this nose section and then I'll be ready. So it's this spike right here, I believe. Let me look. Let me check my colors. So right here, that's where it's this spike right here that's causing me issues. So that's just a design facet. That's not doing anything. That's not covering anything. That can now become part of that. I think that actually looks better bending with it anyway. And so what I'll do again is when I finally figure out all my angles and everything, get this door working, this is going to be completely sealed in a volume. And the door is actually going to push into this cavity. And it will be an integral part. Again, I just have to figure out a bunch of stuff before I can make that work for me. So, or even attempt to get at it. But there we go. Look at that. Multifunction door there. Okay, so that raises up. And then I need it to turn. Perfect. All right, then I need it to pivot. All right. It's going to be a lot of parts, but again, it's a very complicated thing. I really always loved raising noses like this because you can sit in the cockpit and watch them and it's super cool. So kind of, geeking out on that sort of stuff. So let's go ahead and this is going to be ugly. Actually, it's not going to be as ugly as I was afraid. So I need to take a hinge. Just take this hinge here. And again, I'll rebuild these in a different color later. But so right here, where is that? So where these attach here. If I could see what I'm working with here, though, that's crap there. All right. So let's rebuild this. All right. Let us rebuild this. Won't take me long. Let me just check my arrow positions here again. Let's see. Undo that. So they both should be angled this way. All right, good. All right, so they both should be angled this way. I need to have a hinge on there. Let's take a hinge. I would rather I could put it in the gap there, but I can't. So let's go ahead and just do zing for now. Do a hinge section here. Oh, come on. Just behave yourself once. All right, that goes there. Cut that. We'll move it back. Back 2 should be fine. See, I wish I could go up 1, but I can't, so whatever. It's not a big deal. Crap, this needs to be flipped. All right. All right, and they're both back arrows. Again, talking to myself. Okay, this is good. We're at here. Pivot. And they both were facing back. If I could see, that would be great. Come on. Give me it. Okay, good. I always hit the wrong ones every time I try to do these. I merge. So this here is going to go to there. All right, and then these actually, I'm trying to think how I did the last ones. I have to back up enough to see my old contraption to kind of figure it. Okay, the top ones were going down to the hinge. Okay, so I'm relearning how I had that. So the top ones were going down. So these here need to be, where are we at here? I could make this simpler. I don't know. No, I need that articulation to get it out. So let's try putting it here. There we go. Ah, crap. I'm just screwing this all up here. All right, we'll try to figure this out here, and I want to end with this. So I want this door working. Okay, so that's there. And then, so I need to do... like that. And then I want pivots again. Okay. And now these pivots should connect to the hinge. Go to the hinge, please. I'm sorry, go to the pivot, please. All right, let's look at the merge colors. So what is that connected to there? Okay, that's connected to the hinge. That's connected to, that needs to go there. And then these green, these two can be connected. So we'll make these the same color. All right, let's try this. Hopefully this will solve all my ills, and hopefully I can do it with one throttle. Let's set all the sensitivities to the same. Let's go down to 10%. I don't want these. Let's do 15. 15 was fine. Oh, power, we went up. Speed's fine. Those are one. No. Let's go down. Let's just do halves on these. I just want this slow. I don't want it. I want to see where it's having problems. I don't want to end up with issues. All right. Let's see. Where are we at here? Logic. And I could change those speeds to actually articulate it differently. So that's good. Let's go ahead and spawn this. If I get this right in the first try, that is going to be a miracle, and I'm some sort of witch. Okay. Almost, dude. It's close. What is it doing? So, again, that's why I'm doing it slowly, so I can kind of see what's up. Let's control the hinge separately. Let's make sure this is working initially how I want it. And then I will go ahead and screw with that. So let's go, let me do the hinge separately. Let me make sure the hinge is already in the correct direction here. Hinge is, I can't tell where the hinge is pointing. The hinge is going up, that's where it should be going. Let's check all my colors. These should be 3 separate colors. Beautiful. Okay, let me try it. And I'll do that hinge last. Again, you know, the mechanism I already tested out. I need to make sure that works first. So these are touching a little bit too much, as you can see. All right, and then what are they doing? Those are breaking. Okay, so I don't have enough clearance somewhere, so let's try to fix this. I know I'm getting on time, so. So part of the problem is I'm going back and then trying to work here. So I need to put the hinge up here, I think. Let's cut the hinge, move the hinge up. Let's move the hinge down 1, down 2. Let's go down 2. Let's test this. You know, the orientation might be wrong on this, but I can fix this hopefully at some point. I want to kind of get the basics of this running, and then once that's operating, I can screw it from there. All right, so this is going to hopefully so now I don't want this like this anymore. So these will push that out, and then I needed to rotate the hinge the other way. So what I need is pivots again. I need them. Oh, I'm all lost here in my build. They're probably right, but I just didn't connect them correctly. So instead of chancing it, I'm going to try to do it right here. Okay, let me merge this up. You know, again, thinking through this geometry can sometimes be a challenge. So, you know, it kind of pays to take your time and go through it and get the geometry correct. I just want to, I need to slow these down a little bit. Again, you know, there'll be different speeds depending on what I need to do later. I just want them all the same now, and then I can screw with that later. And then make sure that this one is on its own. That is, okay, spawn this. All right, so this should be simpler. I know it seems complicated, but once the mechanism is in, I think we're gold. All right, so see that's raising it up. The point of this is to raise it up and out of the way. That's its only job, those small pivots. All right, up and out of the way. Notice how it's now up and out of the way of the cockpit? All right, now the hinge's job is to rotate it. And it will all do it at the same time. Now, I've expected this to hit something. That's fine. We're going to see what we're hitting there. All right. It's hitting right here. So this needs to go up and out of the way more before it can rotate. The hinge is rotating correctly. Is it? Hinge is rotating correctly. Yeah. The problem is this whole mechanism needs to go in more. All right, the problem is, yeah, the mechanism needs to go in more. The further in that is, the further it will push it out. So let's rebuild some of this mechanism. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try moving things instead of just, you know, wholesale deleting them. That needs to stay. That's where my cockpit is. Let's go ahead and grab this cut. I need to be careful of, this is where I want my my crane section to come in, so I want to make sure that I don't interfere with that, or else I'm going to have to rebuild this later. So I'm just trying to not have to rebuild too much later. All right. And so let's put this in here, if I ever can get it in there. What's this here? All right, pink. Okay, I'm just checking, make sure I can't go back a block. I can't. Where is my center line? Okay, I'm not in my center line, so let's cut this. Should be 3 across. There's center. Again, it's going to be off center because of the nature of the door, but all right, that goes there. Go ahead and I'll help out my case here by putting some wedges in here. I know I'm way over time on this, but trying to get this hinge done. All right, let's go ahead and put a block through there. Let's merge these. All right, so the longer the arm I put on this, the longer the arm on this, the more articulation I should be able to get. See, rotating that, rotate. Actually, let's go straight. Let's try to go straight on this. See if I can make this work. Yeah. I don't want to do that. Let's cut this, cut that. Let's go. Let's go. I need to go opposite. No. All these change when you move them. Paste like that. Let's do this. Cut. Let's move that one to the right. And then this needs to be like that. Okay. All right. Again, you know, this sort of geometry stuff can be, it's just so much conceptualizing it in your head and then testing it, you know. You know, I could spend the time of going and looking how one of these hinges work IRL, but, you know, that's just a lot of extra work for not necessarily a lot of extra benefit, where it's better if I start by just kind of doing it. All right, let's try this. See if I can't get this. I need this to push out as much as possible so that I can hinge up. So I need a big push out. So probably that's not going to do much push out there. Okay. So straight is definitely not going to give me the push out. I need longer arms. That means these coming down. Trying to think if I can. Yeah, I can hide this mechanism. The big thing is I need to hide the mechanism so I can make my door work. So that's kind of a pain, but I should be able to make this work. Famous last words, I know. But let's try it like this. You know, it probably seems like gobbledygook until I kind of get it built, but let's try this. And if this doesn't work, we'll end it there. It's getting long. All right, getting something. Let's go like that. Okay, let me see what I'm hitting. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'll do this in the next video. This has definitely been going on too long. All right, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.